Video game teacher Mr. Wiz here with a video game trivia question for you. Which video game console was the first one to feature removable game cartridges? Video game cartridges allowed video games to be accessible for home users, so they didn't have to buy a new machine every time they wanted to play a new video game. All of these video game systems use removable video game cartridges, allowing the user to buy new games instead of a new console. But it all started with this one, the Fairchild Channel F. Not only was this the first video game system to have a removable cartridge, it was also the first system to have an 8-way joystick. By all accounts, this is a very advanced system that predates the Atari. So, first cool thing about the Fairchild Channel F is the controllers actually have a hidden compartment to keep them in. So the way the controller is held is you hold the main part in your one hand, and then the top is controlled by the other hand. You can move it as a regular controller, up, down, left, right, but then there's also a twisting action, as you see right there. You can twist it left and right. As you can see on the screen, he's playing as the blue controller. The twisting motion is actually twisting the paddle, and it's changing the direction of the paddle. The regular up, down, left, right moves the paddle around the board, but then we learned today about a new button that I didn't realize existed. What's moving the goal right now? The goal is being moved by pulling up and down. Compare this controller to the one made for the Atari 2600, and there literally is no comparison. It is way more advanced than the Atari controller. Like I said, it has up, down, left, right movement, it has a twisting movement, and it has a button that you can push and pull. Like, this thing is way ahead of its time. It's amazing to me that the Fairchild Channel F did not become more popular. The only reason you may not know about this system is that it didn't actually market very well. It was pretty expensive, so the average user couldn't afford it. Plus, the very next year after this came out, the Atari 2600 came out, which was cheaper and had name brand recognition, so it sold a lot better. Still, none of this would exist without the Fairchild Channel F. So why am I talking about it right now? Because it is Black History Month, and this was designed by Jerry Lawson, a black engineer in the 70s, one of the only ones working in the video game industry at the time. So we owe video game history to Jerry Lawson.